actually really hot sat here, and by my window by the back door there's a little bit of a breeze coming in, but my feet and legs are in the sun and it's glorious and lovely, but oh my gosh, I'm warm. Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. It is Mike here once again. I'm gonna quickly, he says, breeze through this video because I've been seeing a lot of them online, and I wasn't going to do one, but I've been seeing them a lot on my feed, and I just thought actually I'm enjoying watching these videos, so I might as well make one myself. And those videos are kind of the favourite books of the year so far by booktubers. I'm going to talk you through mine. If you've seen my Instagram post already on my Instagram, which I'll link below, you will know what they are, and that's okay because you've been with me on this journey anyway. But so far, 2018, 6 months in, what have been my favourite reads? In no particular order, because they're just in a pile next to me. The first one is this beautiful little Doctor Who novel by Russell T Davies, Rose. This is his adaptation of his first episode, which is from 2005, called Rose, and I loved reading this book. It's so full of heart, and I actually really enjoyed the fact that it was from Rose's perspective. That was really interesting, and I just got so much more from this book about characters. There was development, like with Mickey, he was really fleshed out, and his life. There were extra characters that weren't in the TV show. There was sort of parts about the caretaker of the department store that blows up. There was just lots of little extra bits on the peripheral of the TV show which added to this, which I thought was fantastic. Oh, fantastic. And I just really enjoyed the little Easter eggs as well of like future Doctor Who episodes, and there's a little cameos from different characters and things. And actually the Autons were really scary in this, much scarier than they were on the TV show, in my opinion. So that was a massive thumbs up from me anyway. And then the second one, staying with Doctor Who, is by Stephen Moffat, and this is The Day of the Doctor, which is the 50th anniversary special. Glorious little book. And again, this gave me so much more than the special, and that I love that anyway. But there's this really clever thing he does where all the chapters aren't in the right order. So it's quite intelligent writing. It's quite an intelligent reading experience. You get to hear from other doctors that weren't in the special and what parts they have to play in the whole thing, which was really exciting too. And I really like the bits in between the chapters that were psychic paper messages from a doctor, but we don't know which doctor until the end, and I really liked that too. And it just tied everything together in such a really clever way. Expect nothing less from Stephen Moffat's writing, and I would actually be very intrigued as to whether he would do any more Doctor Who novels. And Russell T Davies, I just love them. I would buy them all, and I'm sure most Doctor Who fans would too, especially those who read. But no, really good addition to the 50th anniversary. Highly recommend. And then we go on to Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. This book took me a little while to get through. It's a bit of a beast, but such a I was gripped. I really enjoyed myself. And it follows, oh no, what are their names? This is my problem. I don't know names. Zelly or Zilly? I'm gonna go Zelly. Zelly is a person who is a magi. I don't know. A Zelly is a person who has the potential to have magic, but magic has been erased from this world. No one is there to teach her and bring forth her power. But she suddenly discovers that she has the ability to bring magic back to the world, and the people who have or would have magic are very suppressed, and they are treated horrendously, and she wants to bring magic back to give the power back to her and her people. So it's a great kind of uprising adventure story with magic, and it's a really cool mythology, and I think it's a start in a trilogy, and it's written quite cleverly again because it's from different people's perspectives, and I do enjoy that. And it's a beautiful cover. What a cover. And I thoroughly enjoyed my experience of this book. It takes you on a ride, and there is some just great stuff in here. So this was a really good adventure story. How could I not include Patrick Ness on this list? He's been a big part of my 2018 so far. The Knife of Never Letting Go Part 1 in the Chaos Walking trilogy. I just really enjoyed this. It's a big old adventure story about Todd on this alien planet, and the women women don't exist. They have been wiped out by a virus, and he is stuck on this farm. Men's thoughts are projected out, and you can hear them. So you can hear every other person's thoughts around you, and it's called noise. And it's just deafening. It's a roar of noise, and he is just overwhelmed by it's all he's ever known. And he discovers a small patch of silence, and he's never experienced that before. And as soon as he discovers that silence, he has to run for his life. It's such a good tale, honestly, and I flew through it, and it's been one of my favorite books of this year so far. I find Todd a fascinating character. I really like his ideals. I like him a lot. He's one of my favorite people that I've read about in a while. Just got really good morals, and I love an adventure where your characters are being chased, and this is really a chase across a whole planet. Fascinating, really, really, really good. And how could I not include this on my list? Obviously, this is Nevermoor, The Trials of Morrigan by Jessica Townsend. This is a great, great middle grade book. It's about Morrigan, who is cursed, and she is destined to die on her 11th birthday. And she's brought a curse to her family, and they do not love her. And on her 11th birthday, she is ready to die, but she gets saved by this fantastic, magical, mental figure dressed in green, and he has this vehicle with 8 legs that takes her to a brand new magical city that she's never heard of, where she has to go through these trials to prove that she's able to be a part of that community. It's like a special school for the gifted, and she has to go through these trials over the course of the year, and it's just magical. It's magical. People keep calling it the new Harry Potter, and it's just got these really cool images and things that have stuck with me. And it's just she's a lovely little girl, and she's on this journey that I want to carry on with. I actually can't wait to reread this. I might do before the next one comes out. I don't know, but it's just such a lovely, lovely book full of magic and wonder, and I think any kid who likes Harry Potter will enjoy this. So if you haven't read that already, give it a go. It is beautiful. And I have this lovely hardback edition which shimmers and shines. Love it. And this is one of the only thrillers I've read this year so far. This is Let Me Lie by Clare Mackintosh, and I can't say too much about it because it will spoil the story quite a bit, but it's about a girl called Anna, a lady called Anna, who's just had a baby, and it's the anniversary of her mum's suicide. And her father had committed suicide previous to that, and she gets a note through the door one morning, it's on the anniversary of the mother's suicide, saying, think again, it was not a suicide. So she goes and she convinces a policeman on the desk in the police station to reopen the case and re-examine the evidence, because she believes that she thoroughly believes in her heart that they wouldn't have committed suicide and left her here, and she wants them to reinvestigate it. And so they open the case again, and what they find is mental, but really, really good. And it had this really great pace to this book, really twisty, and it just takes you on a ride. Really, really easy read, and I can see it being a fantastic, like, BBC One Crime at 9 thriller. I really liked a bunch of the characters in this. They stood out. So that was one of the only thrillers I've read this year so far, but that I thoroughly, thoroughly enjoyed. I recommend. And so there you have it. Those are my favourite books of the year so far. I'm having a fantastic reading year. Most of the books I've read I've gotten some enjoyment from, and I haven't not finished any of them. I've finished every book I've read so far this year, which has got to be good. So as we're now into July, I quite like this video. I might do another one again in 6 months and do my favourite books of the second 6 months, and then maybe see what my favourite books of the year are. Maybe I'll limit myself to how many I can show you. But that was 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, that was 6 books, and I urge you to go read them yourselves if they kind of tickle your fancy. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will speak to you all again soon. Bye.